It's been fantastic. I really like the sort of localized aspect of how we're running this, where on the one hand we've got executive roundtables and main stage events talking about really deep topics, like we're talking about vulnerability in banking today, and then we had Rooster talking about education, about finance, and then people come out of that environment and we're still able to interact with them about a subject matter like AI. So I think the fact that this isn't a huge hall where you meet somebody once and then you don't see them for the rest of the event, this way you're sort of constantly interacting with the same people as the conversation evolves. So I really like the format of CCW, for sure. This event's definitely helped me connect with the right people by being able to talk about my subject matter expert early. So we ran a workshop here about generative AI and AI agents. We were able to talk agnostically, where we had banks, retailers, pension providers in the room with us. And then after the event, we had 2 or 3 days just to network with people, get to know people on a one-on-one basis as well. So I think that really helped, being able to talk about our main proposition around AI, generative AI and AI agents, and then plant that seed and have people thinking about how they might utilize something like this, and then have them sort of validate that with us over the next few days informally. That's been fantastic for us, for sure. Yeah, I think a lot more human. There's nothing worse than having back-to-back meetings, and in every one of those meetings you're asking, who are you, what do you do, tell me about your business, and that sort of thing. And instead, this way we were like, hey, we know you, we know about your business, you know about us because you wanted to come and see us. Let's get down to your business problem, how we can help. So of all the conversations I've had over the last 2 days, they've all been about solution finding, problem solving, and they've not been about just getting to know people's brands and people's businesses and then never getting around to the actual solution that they want to find. And I think the theme of our workshop was kind of themed around that as well. Rather than hyperbole around generative AI, we were like, hey, just check it out, 15 minutes, let's make this bot. And we got straight to the point. So that's been a big advantage for me. Two ways really. One is around the research that we do up front. So you guys have been great with providing us all the material we needed to know who was coming, what role they play, and what's top of mind for them. I think from a seniority perspective, it's less about the role from my perspective, but it's more about the influence and the change that those roles want to have in their business today. So top of mind for everybody at the moment is either cost saving, better customer experience, or adoption of AI and AI agents and generative AI. The key thing is that those roles that have that degree of seniority and influence in their business actually are able to then go and influence that. So they actually really want to have a conversation next because it's top of mind in their business. So I think that's been key. We haven't been speaking to people just interested for interested's sake, but we've been speaking to people who want to direct change in their business and take it seriously this time around. So I think that's been really key. Yeah, so purchasing requirements for all of the brands that are here are pretty much well aligned to how we operate anyway. I mean, generally speaking, we operate on a licensing model or a consumption model, and that's the same for everybody who might interact with us. But specifically for the brands that we spoke to, I think purchasing requirements fall into 2 camps. One of them is around the time. Are they in the right headspace to be making purchasing decisions at the moment? So are they coming up to the end of a term with a provider, or are they coming up to sort of big transformation timelines? And that's been quite interesting to talk to a lot of brands who, at the moment, I mentioned in the last question that it's top of mind for them, transformation at the moment. So the time aspect in purchasing decisioning is right now. But secondly, when from LivePerson's perspective, we're not a rip and replace platform. We work together in brands' ecosystems as well. So purchasing requirements are more augmenting their tech stack. So that's been quite useful for us to get into that with clients.